this person said that we are so dull. This person said that this person used, because you confided in this person went to tell someone else. Hello people, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. So yeah, today we are talking about hurt. People live every day of their life passing through one thing or the other, and then it's so painful if what people are passing through is as a result of what you have said to them. A lot of times we say that people don't know how to talk. A lot of times we feel bad when people say words that hurt. And the thing is that sometimes we say these things too. Sometimes we say things that hurt people. But due to one reason or the other, maybe you feel you're just being blunt. How else would I have said it? So many things. We say some things and it really hurts people. It really, really hurts. Some people have gone into depression because we have said one thing or the other that's put them there. That's drawn them to that place of depression. And, words are very, very powerful. What we say carries a lot of weight. Words are very, very powerful. So how we talk to people, how we respond to situations, how we attend to matters, it matters a lot. It matters a lot. In as much as we want to be blunt in some cases, we want to say that it is, yes, it is good to be blunt. If need be, it is good to be plain about some matters. It is good to say things as they are, but sometimes timing might be wrong. A lot of things might just be wrong. So it's not that what you are saying is wrong. It's not that you should not express yourself. But the time at which you have said that might have been the issue. Because the receiver might not be in the mood to receive that kind of information at that point in time. So it will be very, very wrong. It will be totally wrong to say something to that person at that point in time. And sometimes we know it. We know that, oh, this person is not in a good mood. I should not say this kind of thing to this person. I used to have a friend. So one day he came to meet me and he was like, that he went to visit someone that the father died. Either the father or the mother, I cannot really remember right now, but he went to visit the lady. And then the lady was crying. The lady was crying and all that. And then he just told her that, why are you crying? Your father has died. He has died. There's nothing you can do about it. That is very, very wrong. You can push that person more into depression at that point in time. Our words, the Bible said something. The Bible said that let our words always be gracious, seasoned with salt, so that we know how we ought to respond to every man. We know how we ought to answer every man. People are passing through a lot. So what we say matters a lot. What we say goes a long way in telling whether they are going to continue their depression, whether they are going to rise out of it, and so many other things. Maybe people have said a lot of things that actually hurts you. People have said words that it really, really got to you. Sometimes we even get so hurt because of the person it is coming from. If it's from some certain set of people, we don't really care. But if it's from our close friend, from family, people you feel, oh, these people should believe in me. This person should believe in me. And then the person says something and you're like, oh no, it really gets to you. It really gets to you. Because we cannot sufficiently tell everyone the way they should address us, you are going to go to places, you are going to meet new people who are going to hurt you. The first thing to even do is to create a space in your heart and know that, yeah, people can hurt at any point in time. You're going to meet people, you're going to meet people for the first time, they don't know you, they don't know where you're coming from, they don't know what's going through your mind, and you're going to say a whole lot of things. So how do we manage being hurt? What do we do when we are hurt? What do we do when we are hurt? What do we do when we are hurt? So the first thing on my list is, one, don't brood on it. Don't brood on it. People might have said things to you that you don't like. As you give attention to it, you begin to brood on it. It is going to really, really be magnified in your heart, and a lot of things might happen. So don't brood on hurts. Don't brood on what people have said. Don't brood on the words that people have said. So you don't brood on it. Don't brood on it. There's a place in the Bible, um, Proverbs 19:17 verse 9. He said that he that covered the transgression seeks love, but he that repeated a matter separated very friends. You don't know how much you might have lost because you have brooded on some things. Now, especially when this person even says it, not meaning it. Someone can say something not meaning and it will hurt you. If this person is your friend, you don't know how much things we might have lost because we allowed ourselves. It might not be from the person, not that you're expecting anything from the person, but sometimes brooding on matters will make your mood depressed. At that point in time, you will not be able to pray. At that point in time, you might not be able to engage in things that you'd have loved to engage in. If you even think about it, there are times when you've been hurt that you missed some certain opportunities. There's something that you would have done and then you failed to do them because you were hurt and because you were brooding on these things. And maybe you are even going to help the person, and because you are brooding on it, hatred comes in, and a whole lot of things. So don't brood on matters. Don't brood on your hurts. Don't brood on the words that the person. Devil can be so funny. He magnifies these things in your heart. Oh, this person said that you are short. This person said that you are so dull. This person said that this person used, because you confided in this person went to tell someone else, and you start thinking of it. Oh, so you can tell someone else. Oh, so you can do this. Oh, I'm not going to do. You start making decisions that might be detrimental even to you. So please don't brood on your hurt. Don't brood on the words people. It can rob you of so many things. So the second thing on our list is, don't feel less of yourself. At no point in time should you ever feel less of yourself. What the person has said does not define you. It does not in any way define you. You are who God says you are. If you are having issues, go to the word of God. Go to Ephesians chapter 1. We are going to be having a series on Ephesians, book of Ephesians. I know you're excited. So we'll be having a series on the book of Ephesians. So we're going to look at Ephesians chapter 1. Go to Ephesians chapter 1. Look at what God has said concerning. Don't ever feel less of yourself. Oh, you did not perform well and someone laughed at you and it did hurt you. That is not who you are. You are made for more. You are more than all that. Don't ever, like in this life, don't ever feel less of yourself. You are God's perfect creature. Don't ever. If there's something you feel you should have that you don't have, and someone used it to mock you and it really did hurt you, don't brood on it, one. Don't ever feel less of yourself. You are whole. You are wonderfully made. You are fearfully made. Don't allow anything that anybody says. You did a job and you did not perform well at that point. You can be better. Improve on yourself. Don't stay at that place. You are not less of who God has made you to be. No matter the circumstance, no matter the situation, you are not less of who God. Forget, don't believe in that lie. So the third thing on our list is, take it to God. One thing that most times we don't do is that we don't tend to see God as our friend. We've seen the Father dimension of Him. We've seen the Lord dimension of Him. We've seen the King dimension of Him. But He's also our friend. A hymn says that what a friend we have in Jesus. What a friend we have in Jesus. What a friend we have in. There is a friend dimension in Jesus. See him as your friend. Tell him anything, and he speaks and he answers. He's going to give you comforting words. Like he's a loving father. Like he's a sweet lover. He's a sweet lover. He can tell you words that will calm your heart. You know that point in time when you just feel like someone should tell you things that will melt your heart. Jesus can do that for you. He can melt your heart. And he can also do that through someone. Yeah, he can speak to you. You can read his word. He's going to tell you things. You can, just close your eyes and laugh upon him, and he's going to tell you things. And also, he can also tell you through men. God works through men. He can direct you to someone that will just say certain words to you. So tell it to God, tell it to Jesus. We have a comforter. The Lord did not leave us alone. He did not leave us without help. Tell it to God, tell it to him. He's going to answer you. He's going to definitely say things to you. He's going to definitely come true for you. So don't allow that situation. So don't allow it push you to the place of depression. Don't allow it push you to a place where God is not. Stay with God. Tell it to God. He can say so many things to you that you're going to definitely love. Say it to God. So the next on our list is the cross is still very much potent. You've been hurt, yes, but the cross is still very much potent. The cross is still very much potent. The healing power has not left. It has not left it. If you are hurt and it really broke your heart, it's really like it shattered your heart. Like there's nothing you feel you can hold on to again. Friends, family, everything you can just think of. Go back to the cross. Go back to the cross. The healing power is still as potent. The healing power in the cross is still as potent. It is still very much potent. Go to the cross. There is healing there at the cross for you. The blood is still as potent as it was, and as it is. The blood is still potent. So the next thing on my list is rise above the hurt. Don't stay there. Rise above it. As I've said before, that is not who you are. So rise above it. You've been hurt. You have taken it to God. You don't brood on it. Rise above it. Move on. Sometimes it might not be easy to move on, but when we go back to Jesus, we have strength to move on. Don't stay there. When you stay there, that's when depression can come in. That's when the devil can now say, oh yes. The devil will encourage you. Look at what she's saying. Look at what he's saying. Look at what she's saying. Look at what she said. So she could say this to you. Rise above it. Move on. Move on. Move on. And from where we started, we talked about ourselves first. The Bible said something. It said, take heed unto yourself and unto the doctrine. Take heed unto yourself. First, take heed unto yourself. Be mindful that the words you say to people are words of life, are gracious words. So at the point where you say things, you say words that did hurt someone, maybe you did not mean it. Or maybe at that point in time, your emotions were running. Go back, apologize, because you know you have hurt this person. You know that what you have said is not what you were supposed to say. Go back, apologize, and help the person to rise above the hurt. And if you are the one that is hurt, rise above it. Right? Don't stay there. Don't give room for the devil. The devil is always looking for space. He's always looking for one space to come in. Don't give him a space. Don't. One very important, don't brood on anything. The last video on loving yourself, we said learn to play along, even when people say things that that you might not necessarily like. It's on the part of you not brooding over it that can make it. Playing along is so that you help your heart, so that you don't remain on, oh, this person said this person said that. Move on, move on. Rise above it. Rise above it. Rise above it. And I want us to make a decision today that we are not going to harm people with the words from our mouth. Some of us have passed through hurt. Some of us have passed through times when people said things that not just hurt, like shattered our hearts. That shattered our hearts, and we know how it feels. So don't say things that will hurt people. Make up your mind that I'll be careful. My words will be gracious. I speak words of life. I cannot say things that will hurt you. So I'm going to be ending with a song. I know how to sing very well. So if you don't like my voice, pay attention to the wordings. Pay attention to the wordings. So it's a song we all know. It says it's a verse of one of the choruses. It says that I pray for you, you pray for me. I love you, I need you to survive. I won't harm you with words from my mouth. I love you, I need you to survive. It is His will that every need be supplied. You are important to me. I need you to survive. We are all important. We all need ourselves to survive. We all. So please don't harm someone with words from your mouth. And if someone has hurt you before, with our last point, we said, well, rise above it. Don't stay there. Don't stay there. That's not where God is. That's not where God is. Don't rise above it. The lyrics of that song says that I pray for you. You pray for me. I love you. I need you to survive. I will not harm you with words from my mouth. If I should harm you with words from my mouth, I'm going to kill you. And as Christians, we are life givers. We are life givers. Let's make that decision. My words are gracious. My words are gracious. They are seasoned with salt. I know how I ought to answer every man. I know. The Holy Spirit gives me utterance. I know. God helps me. God helps me to answer every man. Every man. I am a life giver. The Bible said that the words I speak to you, they are spirit and they are life. Our words are life. So don't speak death to people. Don't speak death to people. Speak life. We sing this song. I speak spirit. I don't speak English. I speak life. Let's be sure that we speak life. We cannot use the same mouth we use for life and use it for death too. And if you've been hurt, if you know someone that has been hurt, go over these points that we just listed. We say don't brood on it. Don't feel less of yourself. Take it to God. Cross is still very much potent. Rise above the hurt. As it lasted in your heart for years, you can still rise above it. Just take it away. Just take it away. Just let go and let God. Let go and let God. Just whatever words you've been holding on to, you've been brooding upon that someone has said to you, don't stay there. Don't stay there. Don't stay there. I trust you've been blessed by today's video. Stay tuned for more. Do well to subscribe and do well to share to others too, so that they can learn, so that they can also learn. Do well to share, comments. Have you been hurt by words? Have you been hurt by words? Share your experiences with us. Share your experiences with us. A lot of people can be encouraged by your words too. We are going to be talking about words being powerful and how we are going to channel our words to produce so much results in our next video. So stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned. Till we meet next time. Bye.